February 5th, 1981. It was a Thursday. Cold, overcast. Jill Price remembers exactly what she wore that day. What she ate for breakfast, the song playing on the radio. She remembers this because she remembers everything. Every single day of her life since she was 14 years old. Stored in perfect clarity, accessible in an instant, and it is destroying her. We dream of perfect memory. We buy supplements. We use apps. We desperately try to remember names, dates, passwords. But what if I told you that the inability to forget might be the worst curse a human brain can carry? Across the world, fewer than 100 people have been identified with a condition called hyperthymesia. Highly superior autobiographical memory. They can recall any day of their lives the way you recall what happened 5 minutes ago. And almost all of them wish they couldn't. This is the story of people who cannot forget. And why their suffering reveals something profound about what memory is actually for. Jill Price didn't know she was different until she was 34 years old. She thought everyone remembered like this. Every argument with her mother. Every rejection. Every embarrassing moment in high school. Playing on an endless loop. In 2000, she sent a desperate email to memory researcher James McGaugh at UC Irvine. She described her mind as a split screen. The present moment on one side. An unstoppable flood of memories on the other. McGaugh was skeptical. He had studied memory for decades. He had never encountered anything like this. So he tested her. He asked her to name the date of every Easter between 1980 and 2000. She answered in 10 seconds. All correct. He gave her random dates. What day of the week was August 16, 1989? Wednesday. What happened in the news on November 7, 1991? Magic Johnson announced he had HIV. Every answer was right. McGaugh and his team spent 5 years studying her brain. And in 2006, they gave her condition a name. Hyperthymesia. From the Greek, hyper meaning excessive, thymesis meaning remembering. But here's what the scientists didn't expect to find. Jill Price is not a genius. Her IQ is average. Her ability to memorize random information is actually below average. She struggles to remember facts from books or lectures. Her memory isn't better. It's different, and it only works in one direction. Autobiographical memory. Her own life. Every moment she has lived is recorded and indexed by date. Ask her about June 3, 1988, and she experiences it, not recalls, experiences. The emotions flood back with full intensity. This is the part that breaks people. You and I remember our wedding day, but the raw emotion has faded. We remember that we felt happy. We don't feel the happiness again with its original force. Jill Price feels everything at full volume. Every time. That ex-boyfriend who broke her heart in 1978. She relives that pain whenever something triggers the memory. A song, a smell, a random Tuesday that happens to share a date with something painful. She once described her memory as a running movie that never stops. And she can't find the off switch. Now imagine what this does to a person's ability to make decisions. Here's something counterintuitive. People with perfect memory are often terrible at making decisions. You would think that access to all your past experiences would make you wiser. Better at predicting outcomes. More rational. The opposite is true. Researchers studying HSAM individuals found they display higher levels of fantasy proneness and absorption. They get lost in their memories. They struggle to stay grounded in the present moment. But the bigger problem is this. Good decision-making requires generalization. You need to extract lessons from your experiences. See patterns. Apply them to new situations. When you remember everything in perfect detail, generalization becomes almost impossible. Every situation feels unique, because in your memory, it is unique. You remember that one time you trusted someone and it worked out, and that other time it didn't, and 17 more instances, each with their own specific contexts and outcomes.